Hey everyone, it's Carl Robertson here, and I've got Rob Gearing with me. I got Michael Bruneau here. I got Mark Shankman, and I've got Judy Gunn here. And who else knows who's going to come on here? Yesterday we had a full panel. People might just be piling on. But today we're going to be talking about being accountable in your business, and that's in a whole lot of different aspects. And you know, we were just having a conversation here because we've just launched a new product. You might have been heard about it, Project Titan out there, and this thing is growing like wildfire right now. Okay, as normal new product launches happen. However, this one has a real cool. I don't even know how we'd even explain it, but it's the entity that it is developing. We are tapping into the second largest industry in the world, okay? And this industry is literally untapped in the network marketing world, okay? And we are tapping into it into such a higher gauging way than anybody else is engaged to it online. And this is what has us all excited about this. You know, and you know, right now we're getting ourselves involved in accountability groups, okay, where we are looking to be accountable for every action that we do. And it's important to have that in business, to be accountable in business. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the panel here. We're going to talk to everybody on the panel here about what their thoughts are about where we're going with this, what Project Titan, what their thoughts are on Project Titan. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about how everything is all keyed together, where we can't really lose our focus on just one product, where we have to have our focus in on everything else. But we'll talk about how we engage that together. So we're going to start with, I'm actually going to start with Judy, because Judy it's actually early in the morning for her. So I want to get her on first, and we're going to get Judy's thoughts, and then we'll just work across the panel to everybody, if that's okay. We'll just go from Judy all the way to you, Rob, if that's okay. So we'll go with to Judy, to Mark, and Michael, and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
So, Judy, come on and let us know what your thoughts are on it. Like, I'm not sure if you own Project Titan or not yet. Whether you do or not doesn't matter. Just let us know what your thoughts are on it, and everything else that's happening with the excitement, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited, and I have very meeker meals these days because all my money's in Power Network. I'm all in, and I bought Titan right up front. I don't have any sales yet, and I've bought some paid traffic, and I'm probably spending about 15 or 16 hours a day on trying to get through learning the blog and learning the technical stuff and getting it all together. I sent my first email out today through GetResponse, and I went, yay, finally got that sorted. So I was really excited about that, and I've got some more leads, and I've sold some more stuff, so I'm going to buy more leads again. So I'm very excited about it all, and Project Titan is, I'm a master practitioner of NLP, and this really talks to me, and my gut feeling is it's all about coaching based on NLP, and that's right up my alley. I'm really excited about it because I'm a life coach. I'm a holistic life coach, and this is just what I need. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, you know what? It actually is right up your alley. So when you finally get your head around everything, and once we have more information, obviously we're all under an NDA, so we really can't talk about what it is.
But that's all right. I've just gone with my gut feeling on that, and I think that I'm right on the mark. And I'm in accountability group. I finally found a group. I was driving everybody crazy, but I got a group, and we're already engaged. And I've committed to what I'm doing in that group. So yeah, it's all good. I've been in accountability groups. I'm already in another one with a neurogym. It's just brain training, but I've been in accountability groups for many, many years, and I love them because if you're in an accountability group, you're accountable to the people that are in the group, and you encourage those people in the group. And if one falls behind, then you pick them up and you carry them along with you. And it's not to make anybody wrong. There's no right or wrong. It's just how it is. But it is much better, and I think you feel more connected when you're in a group and there's a lot of support in Empower Network, don't get me wrong, but in a accountability group, when you're specific, trying to get specifics going, and you've got that small group to give you a prod every now and again, or say, okay, you could do this better or whatever, and be coachable in the group. I think they're fantastic, so I'm all in.
There you go. And you know what? You're right. It does keep you grounded, because you know, when you get into a smaller group, you tend to be more active. Okay. Now we have our own in team consistency. We actually have the overall group, which is basically an accountability group as well. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is more intensified, I guess, because
Yeah.
now you're up front and center with one of these small 5-member type groups, and I agree to them. I've been in quite a few over the years too myself, and it just helps you become more engaged in your own business with this. Okay, so let's go over to you, Mark, because I know that you're just jumping out of your seat ready to talk. So let's.
The one time I'm not. No, I'm more than happy to. I'm more than happy to talk. That's not a problem. But I'm not chomping at the bit like I usually am. You didn't make me wait as long, so
You've been doing all your talking on the keyboard. You're doing a great job.
That's absolutely right.
Right.
I'm letting my actions speak for me.
Yeah. Well, I know somebody who's chomping at the bit. We're going to get to him right away, and that's Rob. So let's go with you, Mark, and let's
Okay.
hear your feedback. Sure. I mean, you've just come a part of the group. I guess I'm actually now a part of your group now.
Yep.
In the accountability, and so.
I'm excited because this is my first accountability group. I've never really done this before. I think everybody that knows me sees I'm pretty self-driven. I mean, I don't usually need a lot of people to encourage me, but we all have those weak moments. We all have life that gets in the way sometimes, and so it's a great thing to help keep you directed and keep you focused. Sometimes you can kind of veer off in the wrong direction and focus on something that maybe isn't as productive as some other things, and I think the group can help you kind of get back on track. I'm excited about it. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity to not only stay on task, because I'm pretty well able to do that. I have such very limited time available to me that I'm in total go production mode when I sit down at the computer to do this stuff. So I think that's why I can get a lot done in a pretty short period of time. But as a person who really likes to motivate, I'm really looking forward to driving the bus, so to speak, and having everybody sort of follow my lead and keep up with me. That's my goal, is to set the tone, set the speed, and let everybody sort of follow along. I'm jealous of you guys. I'm jealous of Carl and Judy that can devote that kind of time. I wish I had that kind of time to devote, but then again, I have some other advantages in other areas. So no, I think the accountability group is great. I jumped at the chance to help develop one and get into one, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. I mean, Titan is just a beast. It's a beast. It's created so much interest. It's a little bit like what I said on Tuesday, where I was chasing people down, and now people are coming out of the woodwork and asking me for information and asking me questions about it. I had a guy call me last night at 1:45 in the morning. Hey, I saw you sent out an email. What's this thing all about? I'm like, dude, I totally can't tell you. I would love to, because this thing is so big, you don't want to miss it. But I'm under NDA. I can't, by law, I can't tell you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a link, and you're going to go to it, and then you get back to me. And the guy's like, oh yeah, great, no problem at all. I'll do that. And so and the whole NDA thing, it really makes this ridiculously easy. I mean, it really it makes it simple. You don't have to try to explain anything. You can, by law, you can't, but by the same token, it makes it really easy. Just, okay, here's what you do. Go here. When you're done with that, get back to me. You know, it makes it so silly easy that you know, you can't get yourself into trouble by saying too much. It really is a great opportunity to, you know, get people chasing you. Yeah, duct tape, absolutely. All right, I think I'm done.
I'm actually getting a lot of comments on that, you know. I mean,
yeah, that's a great thing.
You know, and sent it out there. I can't tell you, you know, contact me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I want to get some feedback from Michael, because I know Michael hasn't had that opportunity yet to actually get into Titan. He's got a lot of things going on. So, you know, but you know, let's get your feedback, Michael. Not necessarily on Titan. I do want a little bit of that, but I want your opinion on the accountability, about being accountable in your business. That's more so than everything is what, you know, I want to know here. So what are your thoughts?
Well, as far as the accountability is concerned, you have to be accountable to yourself. You're talking about groups, so groups help you bring that accountability together. When the times you can't keep yourself by yourself able to do it, which makes sense. You know, just being accountable not only to yourself, but to be having somebody accountable for you, like a coach in some ways. So that's a good idea. It's a nice thing that they put in. The other thing as far as Titan is concerned, I did sign the NDA and I did see the video, and I think it's going to be a blockbuster as well. But you also have to worry about going back to the basics, and that's basic power network you have to deal with. Because without that, doing Titan is really not going to help you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, we're going to talk about how all this is going to all come together, you know, with Empower Network and Titan and everything. We're going to carry on after we talk to everybody here. Michael, you just came on. I'm going to skip over to you. I'm going to go to Rob, and then I'll come back to you to get your thoughts on that, okay? So, Mr. Chomping at the Bit, Rob Gehring, what are your thoughts?
Holy crap! Yeah, I am chomping at the bit there. So, great panel today. I want to welcome my friend Michael Kameyer that just came in, and I just did a little quick post over one of my Skype groups. I got to get you up to speed, my friend, with a lot of things. So you're probably like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on with all this?" But I will fill in some blanks when I'm done speaking. I'll PM you some stuff on Skype. But great panel today. I think everybody really did a great job across the board here. So awesome, and it's nice to see some of you guys in person, like Mark. I know I've seen you in the All-In group and whatnot, and Judy as well. So it's awesome to get to meet some folks. But wow, where do I begin with this? Well, accountability, holding yourself accountable. I think Mark talked about the fact that many of us are self-motivated. We know what to do, but there's that team dynamic that even gets you more juiced and jazzed up and stuff like that, and then the ability to help other people, to be able to not hold them accountable because we're nobody's boss. We're out of that world, we're out of that realm, but everybody, we're able to help people who need a little bit of help and guidance to get going and get the crank moving and getting everything geared up. So I think that's a fun aspect of this. So versus accountability, I think it's just family, like people working together for the common good is the way I look at it. I look forward to meeting everybody somewhere in Texas whenever that official location gets announced. I was unable to make Nashville, but I bought my ticket for Texas, so I'm looking forward to meeting all my good friends here. So I'm all in with Empower Network. I am part of Project Titan. I made my first sales. I got my 100% commission out of the way, and now I'm looking for profits. So that's what I've been doing today, following the 21-day plan, which is really a simple plan when you think about it, but it works. I mean, it's to Mark's point again when Mark mentioned about the fact, and Carl, it's just you don't have to say nothing. It's just here you go. I mean, isn't that the turnkey system that we all look for, that people want in business, is a turnkey, right? I always told people there is no turnkey. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. There is no like magic formula. Well, this is about as damn close as you can get to that. You still have to pull some strings and be the conductor of the orchestra. But man, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, go here, go here, go here. It sifts and sorts for you. All right, this one never got back to you. Well, you know, they're not serious about it. So, you know, I don't have to beg. I don't have to plead. I can feel confident that there's somebody out there that's going to say, oh yeah, absolutely. And I have a lady that I was chatting with on Skype. You know, I told her about, you know, I forget the exact words that I used. We were talking about, you know, high level products equal high level commissions, and she understood that. She's like, yeah, you know, if I'm going to make $5,000 in 21 days, then I understand I'm going to have to invest some money into the situation. But you're going to get back, you know, so much more. You make one sale, you're break even. So that's the brilliant part of this, I think, is the 100% getting people, because you can find one person in this world, right? You can find one person in this world that says, yeah, I'm going to get involved in this because I know what it's going to mean to me. I understand value of products and transformational, you know, things that come along in business. So yeah, it's all good. So I'm excited. I don't know what else to say, except I'm going to get on Skype here a little bit with Michael and fill in some details. Get him to sign his NDA right now. Okay, very good. Thanks. I'm gonna mute it now.
Okay. You know, it's exciting because here's the one thing that I have never ever experienced ever in all my 36 years in this industry. I have never ever experienced a product launch where they had an actual 21-day plan laid out, ready to go, day after day after day to sell the products. Never have I seen that, ever. Okay? Now, the one cool thing about, you know, Project Titan, because it's a module part of Empower Network, okay, that this 21-day plan, although it's under NDA and you cannot share it with anybody else because it's a unique plan that works. Trust me, I've been using it for 3 days, made 2 sales from it already in 3 days. And it's all free methods. Free. No money needed to be spent on that. Okay? But the big thing is that 21-day method can be used to sell any of the products in Empower Network. Any of them. Okay? Not just Project Titan. You can use it for anything. In fact, you could use it to sell any other business that's out there. Okay? Because it's an actual generic 21-day plan that is not specifically focused on Project Titan or Empower Network or anything. And that to me, that's gold right there. That thing there was worth the cost of Project Titan alone. Just that. Okay? Because if you don't have something like that in place, that's the thing that's missing for everybody in any business that's out there. I talked to 3 people yesterday that were in businesses out there, and none of them have any kind of daily action plan. They have no kind of guidance, nothing at all. We're what's missing in the entire industry. Whether anybody wants to accept it or not, we are it. I've been around this industry 36 years. I've been in health and nutrition. I've been in motor oils. I've been in all kinds of stuff. Okay? And the one key component that's missing from every single one of those industries is us. We're what's missing.
You know, Carl, I completely agree with you. The 21-day plan, it's funny, I was going through it, and I did, you know, I was gung-ho, so I did like the first 3 days and the first night, you know, and I went through it, and I'm like, okay, this is everything that I've kind of been doing, but it's laid out in a more structured plan, and shit, why wasn't I doing this all along? Yeah, there's nothing different about Project Titan other than, you know, the lack of ability to really speak on it.
Yeah.
The things that you're doing are things that you could have been doing all along in Empower or anything else. It's pretty cool. Like, I'm so happy that it came out, and I agree with you. I think it's well worth the money you spent on Titan. Forget everything else that Titan comes with. This 21-day plan is not going to change for me when Titan becomes public knowledge. Like, it's still the same type of thing that I'm going to do to build Empower and to continue to sell Project Titan after it's no longer under NDA and it's not this big mystery anymore. The 21-day plan is awesome. It just takes takes what you were already doing and just amp it up 5 levels and just help you organize and structure yourself. It is really just a business plan. That's really all it is. One of the other things I wanted to just comment on when you were talking about the company and you know, how they're so motivated to have their affiliates be successful. And this is certainly no knock on Empower, because I love Empower. I get the impression that the 21-day plan and really the motivation for it probably came from our leadership council. And the one thing that I see about this company is, you know, we have a leadership council made of affiliates that I've never seen anybody so driven and so motivated to help the other affiliates, whether it makes them money or not. I have a feeling this 21-day plan was born out of the leadership council wanting to help you know, the affiliates make money fast. I mean, I know that was Dave Wood's plan too. I think he is more the visionary. I think he came up with the concept of we need to do something to get affiliates to make money fast. But I really think the 21-day game plan was probably born from the leadership council.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's no question that that's where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that Dave Wood got the council in a room and said, look, we need to figure out how we're going to make the brand new person who's never made a sale before or doesn't even know how to market, how they can take this to market and create $5,000 in 21 days. Okay? And this is what I found so amazing when I saw this come out, and I thought, oh my God, you know, I mean, I was fortunate enough to be in Nashville, and we saw this. Like you, Mark, and I were there, and Trish Lee was there. We saw this before our eyes. Everything is, and I'm telling you, what's coming? Oh my God, you know, and we didn't even get to see everything. They only gave us just a smidgen, right?
Snippet, yeah.
And I can imagine what is coming. It's actually scary, I think, for the cost that it is. I think that's why we're going to annihilate the industry in this particular area. We're just going to completely dominate it, right? You're going to have people coming from other companies to us just to use the tools and that to market their businesses. That's what's going to end up happening. Empower Network is going to be their marketing hub, is what's going to happen. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. That's what I see happening. So before I get to you, Tricia Lee, I haven't got to Michael yet. Michael's brand new. I take this right, Rob? He's already registered? Or, Michael, are you registered with us? You just haven't gone in anywhere?
Michael, yeah, he just basically came out of curiosity, and I just gave him the link to sign his NDA. So he's just listening, kind of really drinking it all in. And I think it's good, you know, to hear everything that's happening and all the great discussions.
Sure. But he is registered. He is a registered member, though, right? An affiliate at this point?
No, I don't believe so, Carl.
Oh, he's not at this point? Okay. So, Michael, I don't know if you want to come on and just, you know, briefly let everybody know what your thoughts are on everything. I mean, you're here live with us here. Here's somebody calling that I want to get in. See, they're saying, come on, sign me up right now, right? So if you want to come in and maybe give us your thoughts on what's happening or what you're seeing right now, and you know, give your thoughts on that. I don't know if you're there. You want to come on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure can. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just got invited by Rob, and of course I know you also from other projects and everything, and he kind of posted something. So, being the nosy person I am, I just thought I'd jump in and kind of listen. Kind of like the stuff. I like these panel type groups. You know, I've attended a few in the past. The one piece you were talking about accountability, that is something I just love accountability. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today with my internet marketing. I did start back quite a while ago with Rob in Traffic Leads to Income, and having the group there where you hold each other accountable, kind of report back is, oh, I don't want to go back and tell them I didn't do nothing. So you do try to do what you're supposed to do. And, you know, from using that resource, I started creating my list. I have to say that's probably was one of the first tools that I've actually used to actually create a list was Rob's product, and so thank you, Rob. And I still use it today. I still advertise everywhere with it and everything, and keep it going because it does help build your list. Of course, now I've learned other methods, and I use a lot of other methods also. But back to the accountability part, one thing I've found is people that come in, if there is no accountability, they don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They just sign up and they're gone in la la land. And I find them not to be serious. You try to help them a few times, and then you have to move on. You can't just, and eventually they make full circle and come back, and it may be a week, it may be months, it may be a year down the road, because they start following and seeing you. Oh man, this guy has really moved up. He's really doing well. He's all over the place. And so then they come full back circle and say, well, you're about a year late, but it's never too late to start. So, and there's more and more people that keep coming onto the great old web every day. So there's plenty of people out there. It's to find that small group of 5 to 10 people that are very serious, and then teach them to do what you're doing, and they find their small group. And to me, that's how you build your solid network of people. And yeah, it's a numbers game, and it's hard to find those, but they are out there. And then as long as you stick with them. But accountability is good. I think probably all of us, without having that some form or somehow, we probably wouldn't be successful like we are today.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, this is what you're going to find here with this company. We make ourselves accountable, okay? We have to, because if you don't, I mean, a lot of us are former business owners. Some of us are current business owners like Mark, and if we don't have that accountability, there's just absolutely no way that we're ever going to generate anything. And this is the problem with the majority of people in this industry, that they won't make themselves accountable. And a lot of it has to do, I have to say, with the it's the deviant marketing that's been happening in the last 15 to 20 years. Don't have to refer anybody, no sponsoring required, no money down, all this kind of stuff. When you start, these are all marketing ploys in general, okay? They're marketing ploys to get into your wallet and get your money, and that's it, okay? At that point, there's no accountability. That's why we call the failure rate so high, and the failure rate is high. It's in the mid-90s online, and the reason it's in the mid-90s is because we are not making people accountable for themselves. You're not an employee anymore. You're now a business owner. And if you want to make money, you've got to be accountable for your business, okay? And this is what we teach here. So hopefully, Mike, you're going to get a lot out of this when you talk to Rob and stuff. I'm looking forward to hopefully working with you and having you a part of our team. So let's go over to Trish Lee. Trish, you were in Nashville. You know what it's all about. You see what's going on here. With everything that's going on with the way we keep everybody accountable, okay? And so what are your thoughts on not only the new Project Titan product and stuff that you've seen in the NDA, but just in the overall accountability of this company?
I can touch on something that Michael was saying. I think that's the right name, about how those people are hard to find that are serious. I've been in Empower for quite a while, and I've been through a lot of accountability partners. One lady that I was doing accountability with, she got her income with Empower up to $10,000 a month, and then out of the blue, for some reason, she just quit. And I'm scratching my head going, oh my goodness. Why it's hard to understand, but people get into different places in their lives, and I think the big issue that I see that Titan may be able to take that 90% failure rate and drop it significantly is the focus. like from the event, what we learned from William Wood about releasing negativity and being able to shift our energy, enable us to be able to focus, is going to totally change the game for everybody in the company, and also for people that are leveraging the training for maybe offline businesses or some other deal that they're involved with. I think it really comes down to focus, because all throughout my journey with Empower Network, I've heard stories and seen it firsthand, the shiny ball syndrome that happens where people are jumping around all over the place. And I see that the training that's going to happen in June, I believe it is, with Titan and Colorado, that type of training is exactly what people need to be able to set their energy, bring their focus, and remain accountable. So I think that once I get my hand on this product, it's going to make a huge difference for me I've always been focused on the same company. However, it's really been a struggle to focus on a strategy. And I think that the 21-day accountability program that they've put together for y'all is really going to just make a huge difference for people starting out to be able to leverage the training and effectively bring down that failure rate and have more people experience success.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And actually, Janelle just came on and joined us. We're going to go over to Janelle here in a second. But after that, I'm actually going to talk about, just the way that we start to, I guess, merge everything together here. Okay? Because even though these are two different products, okay, they're still connected to the same company, and it's a matter of how you gel them together. Okay, and I'll let you know how I'm doing the gelling here. And Michael and John and that talked about that a little bit last night, and I'm going to talk a little bit further on to that today. So, Janelle, let's go over to you. I mean, we're talking about the accountability. We're talking about Project Titan and how they're keeping it accountable in there. We actually had our first session of the product, believe it or not, was Tuesday, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Tuesday, right? That's when it was. Yeah. So again, I gotta put the duct tape on before I say anything. But we actually experienced our first part of this product on Tuesday. So Janelle, come on, let everybody know what your thoughts are on the accountability part. You are a business owner, you've been in business. I guess you can explain.
Yes.
Okay. And what your thoughts are on Project Titan.
Am I unmuted yet?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Oh, good, because it doesn't show that, so I keep looking at it. Most people probably don't know that my life has two halves. The international part, where I was a business owner in the former Soviet Union for 10 years, and then the part where I came back and I'm trying to become an American citizen again. So for me, being in business isn't really a foreign concept, or being a business owner isn't difficult for me. But right now I have two halves, where I go to work for the Department of the Interior, and I am a federal contractor there, so I am in that 9-to-5 mentality of, I don't really belong to the government, but I am beholden to them. And then I come home and I get to do anything that I want, so it's kind of cool. But the Project Titan, for me, I haven't had a problem so much with it being a separate entity or a separate thing. I don't even worry about the branding of it. To me, it's a tool. It's like a shovel or a backhoe or anything else that you buy. It may have a different brand from what you're using, like if you buy Craftsman tools or
oh crap, we lost her. Okay, hopefully she'll be back. Okay, so do we pause? No, we can't pause. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait till she gets back here. I'm not sure what happened to her connection, but I really don't want to get into anything here. I wanted her to finish what she was doing. Is there any comments from the gallery here on anything that we've covered so far until Janelle gets back? Mark, you're quiet. But you know what Mark did?
For once, I'm speechless. I'm taking it all in.
You know what? Look behind Mark. See what he did?
Yes.
He changed it.
You know what? I almost put it on June just to see if you would notice. But I left it on May.
The action
yes, I did. That's right. That's right. Laser guided calendar missile.
There you go. You know,
I'll make a comment on Nashville. I've been to every event since Seattle, and Nashville was by far the best event that I've ever been to by a long shot. And I think the energy that William Wood brought to the stage, being the MC of the whole thing, really, really created a way just different experience with a totally different energy, and it's definitely the best event that I've attended. And there was something else I was going to mention. With the accountability, I just want to stress the importance for like Michael and anybody else on here that hasn't been to events, how important it is to go to events, because that's where you're going to meet up with your workout buddy, with your accountability partner. That's going to, because you can be like me and gather these accountability partners online. However, the people at the event are a different caliber. They're people that are serious, and I connected with another lady who's been attending all the events for like a year, same as myself, and I think this time I'm actually going to have a partner that's going to stick around for the long haul because she's already been here a long time. So definitely the events are super important, and I'm so happy for anyone that's going to get to go to Colorado, and I look forward to seeing everybody in Texas. But yeah, best event by far.
Oh yeah, I have to agree. One of the other things, and Trishla, you've been in the business a while, so you know this. What are your thoughts? Because when I look at what happened in Nashville and with the addition of William Wood, I mean, I actually talked to David, and I said, this was the best thing that you ever could have done to this company. This is the missing piece that this company has needed for the last 4 years, and now this puzzle is complete, and it's going to be powerful.
Oh, yay, Janelle's back.
Janelle's back.
Where was I?
We're like, we lost you.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there talking away, and then I asked a question, and it was crickets, and I said, okay, this is just like the last time. I go on for 10 minutes, and I'm just having a good time by myself.
Oh, jeez. I thought you knew you dropped off.
No, it doesn't show me a thing.
Oh.
It
okay.
just, the screen just kind of freezes there. I said, okay.
You left off talking right around where you were enjoying the fact that you can do whatever you want at home. Compared to 9 to 5, right?
Right.
Tools, talking about all the tools,
yep.
backhoes and stuff.
Backhoes, yeah. Yeah, backhoes, not just hose, just backhoes. So, let's see. So what I was saying is that when I go and I talk to people, I don't really have a problem with somebody will have to put in the chat if you lose me again, or make noise in the background so I can hear. Are you still there?
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah.
Okay, good. So when I go to talk to somebody, I ask them 2 questions. Do you want to be in business, or do you want to have a business? And if they say, oh, I really don't want to be an online marketer, then I can say, I didn't really want to be an online marketer either. I wanted to go and teach people how to do things, but not really do that part of it. It just kind of came along with it, and I'm having to learn that. When I was in the former Soviet Union, the internet hadn't been invented yet, or at least it hadn't gotten there yet. And so when I talk to people here, if they are saying, well, I would like to just have a brand, it's easy for me to talk to them about how this Project Titan product can make them better in their consulting businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you're still there.
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah.
Okay. I just have to pause every moment or so just to make sure you're still there. But the 2 particular brands don't really bother me. Because I look at these like the tools, and so I bring people to this and I say, okay, if you want to learn how to sell better or to coach better or to be better in your business, you can use the Project Titan for the mindset and so on, but you can also use the products in Empower for training. And so as there's a little blip there. Was that you guys?
Nope. Yeah, we're still here.
Sorry, I keep asking that. I'm kind of paranoid now. But as far as the accountability, when I looked at the stuff that Will was going through as far as setting your goals, the next day I wanted to reach out to him and say, you know, I have a real tough goal that, you know, I'm not really sure how I want to frame this. And that's where the accountability comes in. I really need that kind of interface with other people. But like I was saying before, and if I said this before to you and you didn't hear it or I didn't hear you hear it, it's a little bit hard for me when I'm working a 9 to 5 that actually I was working at 3:45 this morning. So my 9 to 5s are not typical 9 to 5s, and it's not, you know, like government hours. But I really need that accountability. I need somebody that I can bounce ideas off of, and I need people to share their ideas with me so that we can see if we're tracking along the same way. So I appreciate the hangouts or the training that we're doing with Will and the accountability groups.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, on Tuesday, and I mean, I got to be careful what I say, but, you know, Will talked about you know, the product that we have in Titan. Some people are saying, well, I don't want to, because there's 2 phases to that product, right? Mm-hmm. There's one that's selling it, and then there's another one at being it. And we lost Janelle again. Okay, so what we were talking about, what he was talking about on Tuesday is basically for those people, as an example, a lot of us like to help coach and teach. You did drop off, Janelle. You're back now, though.
Yeah, I figured when you stopped in mid-sentence that I probably had.
So what I was talking about, or just about to talk about, is on Tuesday, being very careful about what I say is that, you know, what Will was talking about on there was about a lot of us like to coach, like to teach, have hangouts and that sort of thing, right? But a lot of people are saying, well, you know, I don't really want to be a coach, but yet we all are a coach in this business, okay? We are constantly coaching and teaching and supporting our team in every aspect form that we can, because that's how we create retention, okay? And the whole idea of all this new product line coming out there is going to basically enhance that, okay? And it becomes a major part. That's why I was saying to Tricia Lee that, you know, with the time, like, you know, Tricia Lee and I have been in this thing, like I've been in it since the beginning, on and off, and Tricia Lee's been in it for, what, about 3 years or something, right, Tricia Lee? Something like that? So, you know, and I just mentioned to her that the addition of Will Wood to this was actually the final piece to the puzzle of this. And I sat down and I talked with David on this for about 10-15 minutes at the event, and just saying, you know, how appreciative I am of him absolutely completing the puzzle, okay? Because this was a big missing link. I mean, we're talking a huge missing link to this business. It wasn't just a small piece, it was a major, major piece. And bringing that in, just, I was so, I'm telling you, I was through the roof when I heard all this coming out at Empower. And I just came back to this company, and anybody who knows that when I get excited, I go friggin' ballistic, friggin' watch out, I'm going to go nuclear now, okay? Because
just don't get you and Mark in the same room.
This is
we're in the same accountability group. You want to talk crazy?
You know, and here's the thing: by the time this thing comes to the point of being fully public and out there, it's going to be right at the time of the next event. So Nashville was explosive. Houston or wherever it's going to be is going to be literally epic. That because everything is now in place at that point. And when I was in Empower in the early days, they had events and they're like, I guess my biggest event was in Colorado. There was like 6,500 people there in Colorado. I'm not sure if you were at that one, Trishly. Maybe you were. No, okay. But this one was huge. We had a full auditorium full of people. But that event was more of a rah-rah type event. We've all been to those rah-rah events, right? Everybody has them. Companies have them. I'm sure you've had some dental conventions that are rah, we've got a new dental floss or whatever the heck, right? So you get that kind of stuff, right? But this one was, to me, it was more of a spiritual one. The way that this came out, it was weird because, again, a lot of people know, like I shared kind of my belief in the whole religious part type thing, and I won't get into that. I'm not atheist, just so everybody knows, okay? But I have my own different ways, and when I was at this event, I personally experienced some really weird things to me that I can't explain, okay, spiritually, okay? And I've never experienced that in any kind of event. And I've been to lots of company-type events and stuff, not just Empower, but other things. And this was different. And I think it's because of what Will brought to this thing, okay? It's just, he brought the power of our, is what happened. That's what I think, okay? And that's my own personal opinion on that. But he allowed my mind to expand into a different vision than what I had. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of weird, and I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff, but I see things a lot more clearly now than I've ever seen in this company. And some of the stuff that we're all going to experience, we've all had our own little experiences over there in Nashville. When we get to Texas, again, it's going to be different. Okay, and this is a company that's gone from rah-rah to highly motivational. Okay, this is going to be more like a Les Brown thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see Les Brown here on the 12th. I'm going to a Les Brown event. That and Tony Robbins and that sort of thing. So,
Carl?
Any comments? Yeah, go ahead, Janelle.
Yeah, I think that these events are cyclical. That you have a product release and there's got to be a build-up to it, and that's what we experienced in Nashville. The Project Titan has been coming out for a year or more, and this was kind of the culmination. So you get to that crest of the wave breaks, and we're in that rolling pipeline kind of thing. And then the next one is going to be everybody looking around at the event being amazed, and then the next one after that is probably going to be rah-rah, because all of the emotions, people are fatigued by having been up for so long, and then you kind of come to that, all right, let's get back together and we'll ground this, and then you go through the cycle again. So I think that for us to expect all of them to be like Nashville, or all of them to be like Denver, or all of them to be, like a middle ground between there, we set ourselves up for expectations that either are too high or too low. But if we can go into those with an open mind, thinking, what is it that we need? Do we need to be hyped up and meet all of our friends and rah, rah, rah? Or do we really need to sit back and watch things and be quiet in the back and take it all in and just analyze it a little bit?
I think
kind of have to do that.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think it's going to be a totally different thought pattern as we go through all these. And like you said, if you allow yourself to have that vision and think a little bit differently, you're going to see that the pattern is going to be in a much different way than you've ever thought.
And Will Wood is going to influence a lot of that.
Oh my God!
Because his thinking is different.
This guy, before I went on stage in Nashville, I've been in this industry 36 years, but I had butterflies because this was the very first time I was ever going to be on a stage in front of people. Like, I've been in front of people, hundreds of people talking, but this is the first time I was in a stage format. Okay? Now,
The other
I
times
don't know
they
if
just
you
have
understand
you
what that is, but it's a little bit different. Okay? Because now it's kind of like you're on a pedestal versus standing up in front of an audience of people. You're now pedestaled in front of somebody.
Well,
So
they're
I
making
had-
an example of you.
Exactly, right? So I had these butterflies wondering that, what, am I going to lose it when I get on stage, especially if I got to tell my story? Because I was really, really worried about that because it's a very emotional story for me, right? And Will took me aside for a couple of minutes, looked me in the eyes, put his hands on my shoulders, and just talked to me. And he grounded me in a matter of 3 minutes. It was just something I've never experienced before because it was like, I don't know if any of you have ever talked to David Wood directly, okay? And if you have, when he looks in your eyes, he goes right to your soul, okay? Like his vision is so laser focused, it's almost freaky, okay? But you know that he's, lost her again, he knows that he's looking right, and he is listening to everything. There's no distraction. Like, the blinders are off, right? They're like that. So they're on, I should say. And Will Wood has that same type thing. When he looks at you, it's like he's sending the mind things to you, But he grounded me, and I was able to go out there and be in full confidence on that stage. I did lose it a little bit because it was a very, very delicate story for me. But I think I would have done, like Mark says, cried like a baby thing, had I gone out and not had that. Because I was already emotional backstage, okay? And he grounded me before I went on stage. So it was this is the type of stuff that we're going to feel through this new product that's coming out. And again, I can't get into details on the things here, but it's just some of the things that I've experienced from Nashville. And again, we can't compare it to all the other ones that are going to happen. This was a very unique one. But I think down the road, as we roll out this product and all of us start getting more involved in the product, and again, what I'm talking about is just a smidgen of what's actually coming. Okay, there's a whole lot more to that in everything that's coming. And it's very exciting. At least to me, it is. I've waited a very, very long time for caliber of product like this to come out. I mean, in my opinion, in Power Network, there is no caliber product that's equal to that. And I don't care what anybody says. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know, but I haven't seen anything in the industry. And now at this add-on, there's nothing. There's going to be people going to go out there and try and copy us, but by the time they do, we're going to be so far advanced that it's not going to matter. They will not survive against us. Okay. So let me just get some. Let me just explain one thing. What I wanted to talk about with the combination of Titan and the rest of Empower. Okay. We talked a bit about this last night on the Mastermind. I know, Mark, you're probably going to have to go, so I'll try and get through this really quick so you can hear some of this. But what we need people focusing on is we want you to put emphasis on Titan, okay? Because it's the new product out there. You want to drive people on Titan. However, in order for people to get Titan, they need to be a member. Okay, so they have to go in, they have to register for at least the $7 trial before they can even go on and sign the NDA to find out more about this product. Okay, so your job is to make sure that you lock in the membership. Okay, because if you just want to go and try, well, you can't, because the people can't get to the NDA unless they're actually a member, okay? So they have to be that way. So your job is to actually have everybody register in Empower. Use the $7 trial, or if you want, you can give them the discount that's on there as well, down to the $2. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care how you do it, okay? But these people, in order to see anything about what Project Titan is, they must register before they can sign the NDA. It's that simple. Now, why do we want people registering for Empower Network? Well, I don't know. I think the answer is pretty simple. It's your business, right? If you're not there to build your business, then I'm not sure why you're here. It's that simple. At least to me, that's that simple. You know, business is all about sales. I don't care what business you're in. You could be in any industry you want in the world. It's all about sales. Okay? We're constantly selling all the time. Even if you work for a corporation, you could work for an oil company and be a janitor, right? The moment somebody asks you what you do, well, I'm a janitor for Imperial Oil. Well, now you've just sold Imperial Oil. Just tell them you're a janitor there. Okay? We're constantly selling everything, every company we work for or work with. So if you're going to make any kind of money online, if you're going to go out there and create money in your business and create a healthy long-term business, you have to sell it. Okay? And your job is to sell even the 14-day trial for them to get in here. That's what I do. I don't think $7 is a lot of money for anybody to spend for a 14-day trial to check out what I have. If they think that's too much, go to Starbucks, buy your coffee, and get out of my life. If that's more important to you, go. If that's how important your $7 is. Okay? And that's me, folks. You don't have to be that way, but that's how I am. Because I want people who are serious in here. Right now, we can create 5-figure earners in 90 days or less with what we have right now. Okay? But you're only going to help create those type of people in here once they commit to themselves and become accountable for what they want to do in their life. It's all up to them. So what I do is, just like the plan we have here, here's our 21-day plan, okay? Right here, I follow this. And one of the first things we do is we tell people that, look, we've got a new product that's out. It's hitting the #2 industry in the world. I want you to watch this and then get back to me. When they get back to you, here's what you got to do. You got to go here and you got to register for $7 and then sign the NDA. When people tell me, do I have to pay the $7? I said, no, you don't have to. Don't bother going there. That's it. Have a nice day.
No, Carl, I want to throw my 2 cents in on that before I got to run.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
If you're not willing to spend $7 to potentially earn a 5-figure income, you don't belong in business. You don't belong in business. It's as simple as that. Really? $7? No. You know, you spend more, going to fast food for lunch than, if you're not willing to spend $7, you don't want them in your business. I don't even offer the $2 trial because there's no point in it. If they're not willing to spend $7, they're not going to do what they need to do.
No, exactly. So, we even go back to Tuesday. If you want, I go through the whole thing of how much money you spend going to work every single month. Okay, your expenses every single month will probably be anywhere from $400 to $600 when you take in the parking you have to pay for, the gas you have to pay for, or commuting with bus passes, whatever it is, your lunches you buy, everything else, it all comes into that. Those are your expenses to go and work for a limited amount of money that you're told you're allowed to make. And then we have this here. $7 is only a 14-day trial. Is there money after that? Yes, there is. And if you're going to even question that, don't even give the $7. Don't even bother if you're going to even question that. Okay?
Let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do in my practice, because this is like right on par with what we're talking about. Okay. I have a practice consultant that comes in once a month. I get charged $2,000 a month, and then she flies from Arizona to Massachusetts, where I'm located, and we pay all her travel expenses, and she spends the day here in my office, and then she goes back. But whether she comes or not, I spend $2,000 a month for her to come and help develop and grow my practice. Help develop and grow my practice, my business. the same freaking thing, and that's $2,000 every single month. So Project Titan, yet again, like everything else with Empower, is a drop in the bucket when you look at, and I almost hate to say real business, physical proprietary business, in a conventional manner. It's small money, and when we start being able to take this out to the world and corporations and LLCs and all this, what Project Titan costs is nothing compared to what business owners are used to spending.
Yep.
I routinely spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 if there's something that I need, and I don't bat an eyelash not because I'm so loaded. It's just that's the cost of doing business. And when you get a business owner who has that mentality, I need to spend money to develop and grow my business. Selling Project Titan is going to be ridiculously easy. We're used to dealing with people that don't want to drop $7 on a trial, but you take this into mainstream corporate America, the cost of Titan is pennies on the dollar.
I'm even going to go further than that. I don't normally do this, but you know what? I need to bring this out today, and I think it's important, okay? Because, we have Michael who's on here, and hopefully what I'm about to say, Michael, isn't going to scare you away, okay? But I'm going to be straightful and honest that's on here, because Rob is going to tell you the same thing anyway. So, Rob, I hope you don't mind, but this is kind of a reality thing that I got to bring out, and here's the thing. In Empower Network, $7 is only the trial, or whether you're starting at the 2, whatever it is. I don't care what it is, okay? But at the end of that 14-day trial, you have to make a commitment, okay, in this business, okay? The minimal amount that you will pay in this business to even start making any kind of money is going to be $45 a month. That's the minimal, okay, to start making any kind of money. Okay? And that will go all the way up to $317 a month, depending on what you want. Now, there is something different, okay? We do have what we call a 3 and it's free. So once you have 3 members that you have referred to this business who are actually paying for the 3 core products that are in here, then you don't pay for those products anymore, as long as they're continuing to pay every month. So what happens is that amount will drop down to, now I'm including Project Titan in here now, okay? Because Project Titan now will be $29 a month for the affiliate fee, and then $100 a month for that. The $100 a month does not have a 3 and it's free, just so everybody knows, okay? Just the Empower Network core products do. So if you were to get the 3, or when you get the 3 people who are on the core products, then your monthly cost will be roughly $130 a month. Now, is that a lot of money to be spending every month for an online business? No, it's not. It's cheap as borscht. I had an offline business. My monthly expenses were almost $7,500 when I had my sports card store. That included my lease, my utilities, my employees that I had to pay, my product I had to buy every month. Okay? That's what it costs to run a real business. Mark just shared with you $2,000 just for consulting. Never mind anything else that he's got to buy. All the anesthesia and all the other kind of stuff that he has to buy and pay for. I don't even want to know. It probably goes into 5 figures a month for this guy. Okay? So that's what he's got to do for his business. $130 is a drop in the bucket for any kind of business that can create you 5 to 6 figures a month. That's what this one will do. Okay? If you keep yourself accountable and you follow the daily action plan that's given to you, it's going to be almost impossible for you not to make money in this program. Now, just when Titan launched, and again, see our income disclaimer on our website, okay, regarding this. But, I've personally made $2,000 in the last 3 days just with Project Titan alone. Now, There's guys that have made up to $30,000 on their first day. Okay, anything is possible in here, but then they held themselves accountable to do what they needed to do to build their business. We've got a lot of workhorses in here. I'm one of them. I don't stop. I go. You know, this is my full-time job. I put in 8 to 10 hours on this because of what it is. Okay? After I get to the point of where I want to be, then I can autopilot some of it. And when I say autopilot, that means third-party services, such as solo ads and that sort of thing to do that. I still got to work this thing. I still got to connect with my people. I still got to plug them into things. Now, this is a job, okay? This is not something where you go in and, you know, you just put money down and then money falls from the tree. It doesn't happen. Okay, Mark, I know you got to go. Thanks, bud. I appreciate you hanging out with us.
I have a third mold.
Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun at your job. So I'm having fun at my job. So anyways, I needed to put that out there. Michael, I hope you understand. The new Michael, not Michael Bruno, but the other Michael. Okay? And Rob, I hope you understand that I let this out, but I mean, you know, you're probably going to have that conversation, and hopefully that conversation still carries on after here. Michael, I still hope you're going to go and talk to Rob about this. Okay? But this is the reality of it. Anything you want to say? Do you want to, I don't know, chastise me or anything?
No. Michael's a good guy. I mean, he's a business owner, program owner. Yeah, he's not. He wrote in the text there. Let me see if I can read. That doesn't scare me away. So yeah, there's no worries there. I think, you know, within like anything else, he wants to get a good appreciation of what it's about, which we're going to do. You know, we started the process in chat, and you know, he'll do his due diligence and make his choice. But yeah, I mean, he's a great fellow. So I hope you don't mind that I invited him to the panel today.
No, not at all. In fact, I don't mind anybody coming on the panel here. It's just that sometimes, you know, it could confuse them, or again, some people get scared away, Rob. That's why. So, but you know what? I appreciate the fact that he actually stayed on here and listened to everything.
Yeah.
The one thing we do have, and Rob will definitely be telling you about this, is we have a very serious support network. In this company here, and especially in our team, within our team, there is no way you'll be left in the dust anywhere. You will be plugged into everything. And if Rob isn't, if you're not able to get a hold of Rob, you get a hold of me. If you can't get a hold of me, you get a hold of my upline. And you're connected to everybody, okay? You're automatically connected to everybody in here. There's all kinds of people that you will be able to connect with, okay? So that part is something that's highly unique here too. I've never seen this type of support network ever in any business that I've been in. And when you see what we have, Michael, it'll blow your mind, because we even have our own complete training center outside of Empower Network, which is absolutely incredible, that actually you share with your prospects, and it walks them through everything they need to do. So it takes a lot of the footwork out of the way for you to help you out with that, and still gets them all plugged in to what we're doing. Amazing what we have here. Never experienced anything in my 35 years with this. I know a lot of these guys, you know, John Oakes and Michael Martin and Alex Zubarev. Alex is my personal sponsor. And, you know, these are guys that you know, I've known Michael for 3 years and Alex for almost 10. John, I just recently met in Nashville. But these guys are all about what we are about, okay? They're all about making sure that, doesn't matter how new the person is, that they get plugged in and we get them into the money, okay? So I don't know if there's any last comments from anybody on the panel here before we shut around down, but I hope that you know, we had what we shared today. It was really good for everybody.
Yeah, it was really great, Carl. Really great. I don't get to come to all the hangouts because I have a crazy offline schedule, but man, you know, this is good stuff. Really great panel. Nice mixture of different folks and whatnot. So yeah, and as we were doing this, and I wasn't talking, I was doing prospecting. So I got my phone over here, I got the Skype over there. Yep. I posted you some good news in Skype, so check it out, Carl. I think you're going to like what I posted. We got good news back from Empower Support about our little issue that we had there.
Woohoo!
So you're going to like it. You're going to like what he had to say. So anyway, it's all good. And I just wanted to say I'm going to give a shout out. I don't do a lot. I haven't really been doing the income, what do you call them, income testimonials or whatnot. But I did a screenshot of my back office, so I made $1,032 in the last 7 days. 1032 in 7 days.
Buddy.
That's. I'm going to put that out there to the world. I'm going to put that out there because I think that's what people want to see. Rob, all right, you're doing this because I had somebody challenge me. Is how much you making with Empower? Why are you dealing with those people? Blah blah blah. So I made a point when I saw that in my back office. I did a screenshot and I Skyped it to them. Boy, they were pissed. They were like, like there's people out there, believe it or not, that really don't want you to succeed. But f them. Pardon the crudeness. But yeah. Rock and roll, you guys, and just believe in your dreams and do it for the right motivations and reasons. Think about, what we learn in the inner circle about your symbols and your imagery and who you're really doing this for, because you all know why you're here. You all know why you're doing it. So just keep going. Just keep rocking it out and see you soon, you guys. Thanks. Michael will be talking on Mike and Steve will be talking on Skype. Thanks.
There you go. Well, I appreciate that, Rob. And Mike, don't worry about the politics. We keep that out. I mean, we keep all the stuff that is not necessary in this business out, okay? We're all about business. We're all about, the relationship building, that sort of stuff. We keep that kind of stuff out of the way. We know that can, because there's too much, even the religion part too, okay? We keep that outside of business because everybody has their own points of view. So what we keep in our business is everything that's everybody's point of view. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense.
I want to just thank everybody for, number one, for the invite from Rob. I enjoyed this conversation very, very much. I am going to take a very hard look at the information that Rob sent me. I am familiar with Empower Network. I, too, way back when, was in it for a short period of time.
It's changed now, though, Rob or Mike. It's not like the old Empower. It's completely revamped.
So I will definitely take a look at it and be serious. And I will go. Rob told me there's quite a lengthy video to watch and everything. So I usually try to go through everything. And I know from past experience with you, Carl, too, is you do provide a lot of good resources in addition to the other stuff. So I'm sure being in the group with you, that's probably there also.
Yep.
I'm going to take a very serious look. It'll probably take me the weekend to really look at it good and read everything and in between things that I'm doing. And of course, I also want to see how this is going to fit into my portfolio.
Yep.
I am a business owner. I have a brick and mortar business, but I also do a lot of internet marketing because it's a lot of fun for me.
Well, sure. And you know what? We will show you exactly how to capitalize using our system to market all of that. Okay?
Yeah. And I heard that, and that's what perked my ears up, actually, at the beginning. So thanks, Rob, and everybody else for having me here.
Appreciate it. You're very welcome, and you're welcome to come back again. Any others? Michael Bruno or Tricia Lee, any last words before we shut her down? Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, everyone, appreciate, and you listeners that are listening on here, thank you very much for hanging out with us for this hour and 15 minutes. Hopefully you got a lot out of this here today. I know I sure did. So appreciate all of you on the panel again for coming, and we'll see you all next week, Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one, everyone.